Welcome back, nerds and turds, to another live stream repair. We've got 8 HomePods that need to get fixed up tonight. Let's go ahead and update the text on our screen there. First up from Omar with no power, which will be the theme tonight. Up next is Ben's with no power, then Evan's with no power, then Erin's, no power, Charles, no power, Quinten, no power, Kim, death farts, and Joseph, no base. So we've got quite the list tonight. Last time we had near this many in one day. We had 9 show up in one day. 2 different packages had a couple from 2 different people, so it wasn't quite 9 people, but here we've got 8 pods from 8 different people. Most of them with no power. So speaking of which, this is Omar's HomePod with no power. And first thing we always do before we jump into our repairs is we double check the symptoms and check the power draw. We always want to double check that it's behaving the way that we think it's behaving before we jump into diagnostics and repairs. We don't want to waste all of our time working on an issue that we thought was one thing when it was really something else. And you know how it goes. So here we've got a known working power cable. We're going to plug that into power, wait a second or two, and then spam the top a bunch, and we've confirmed there's no response. Our kilowatt meter says that it's pulling about 6 watts of power from the wall. So it's not completely dead. It's showing something. It's showing about 6 watts of power being drawn from the wall, which, based on our experience repairing so many of these by now, that tells me that we've most likely got the most common failure here. That is that Schottky barrier diode on the amplifier going bad and preventing it from powering on. So let's jump right on into this, get it taken apart. We're going to go all the way down to the amp, get the amp out, and confirm our suspicions. And then we'll do the repairs, test everything, make sure it's all good and there's no other issues creeping up. And we'll put it back together, move on to the rest of them. Here we go. Flawless. We're going to break out our electric screwdriver to start taking our screws out. Most of the screws you're going to encounter if you do your own repairs, they're all going to be T6. This is the Miniware ES15 electric screwdriver. A lot of people ask about it. It's personally my favorite little electric screwdriver out of the few that I've tried now. It's got the guts to rip and dip, and it's got the speed to make it worth your time. That was the big thing, well, those 2 big reasons really, why I haven't really used any electric screwdrivers up to this point was, well, they all kind of sucked. They were either too slow, and it would be legitimately faster for me to just use a mechanical screwdriver, and they just didn't have the gutso. And I need the gutso to make it worth it. But that thing rocks. It's got a battery, so you don't have to have it plugged in, but that's what I like about it, is that you can use it while it's plugged in. Because after about 5 or so HomePods, I kill the battery about halfway, and it starts to lose its gutso. No more gutso. Starts wimping out. So I just leave it plugged in while we work on it all the time, and it helps hold it up. Oh, I almost forgot my drink. We're getting wild tonight. You gotta do the thing where you toss it in the air and flip it around, because I like the cable being over here, so. Also, my dad made pizzas. He used to work at a pizza place. And then he worked at another pizza place. You tossed a pizza. I never made my own pizzas. But he would bring home some banger pizzas. He knew me pretty well, too. He would bring home pepperoni and pineapple with no cheese. Yeah, I'm weird. But I feel like the cheese just weighs me down and greases me up so much that I can only eat a few slices. But if there's no cheese on it, I'll pound the whole thing down. The whole pizza. Also, does anybody else feel like a few years ago Domino's was like really slacking? Oh, it looks like my network's taking a tank. Just waiting for this stream to catch up here. Looks like we're good now. So it's time to crack this thing open. Yeah, very satisfying. Slimy, yet satisfying. Yeah, welcome to the chat, Fabby. It definitely looks better on my end than yesterday. That was the only blip we've seen yet. I can live with the occasional blip. That's frustrating, but okay, I can deal with it. It's the constant. Oh, yeah, see, there it goes. Come on, Comcast. Fucking shit. Come on. Interesting. So my ping to Google is only like 12 milliseconds, but my ping to YouTube is like 180. Huh. Yeah, we jinxed it, huh? Yeah, no, after the stream, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that 24-hour customer support from Comcast and make them take a look at what the heck's going on. Oh, don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. I mean, at this point, satellite internet seems more reliable than whatever crap Comcast has been pumping into my place. Out with the woofa. So you guys know the drill. You gotta check them, feel them, and sniff them. And it passes all with flying colors. Come on, Winker. Listen, focus. Come on. Oh, yeah. I hear the wind blowing. You know what that means. Just waiting for the stream to come back before I continue talking. Stream has come back to normal for now, it seems. I am sorry, folks. There's just nothing I can do about this craptastic network. I am waiting for Quantum Fiber to come and do that install so I can get off of Comcast and be done with this. But that won't be in for another few weeks. Just in time for me to only have it for like 8 months before I potentially move. Okay, so if we look up close really quick, we are just checking our common culprit here, that little diode. And it does indeed appear to be shorted out. So we're going to get that replaced. If Comcast was a person, I would punch them in the dick. This is ridiculous. And I know I'm just preaching to the choir. Who doesn't hate Comcast? That liquid is flux, and flux helps deoxidize the surfaces that you're trying to solder to so that your solder can actually flow into it and create the alloy that holds, or that creates your solder joint. There's a really good video on YouTube. It's an old one. It's an upload from like an old educational video. Let me find it here. Oh man. I can't find it. Here we go. Okay, look up, and I'll just link it.
If there is one...
So watch that video when you've got some time. That'll teach you some basics about solder and flux and what flux does and why it's important. It'll really crack your brain open and help you understand a lot of the fundamentals of what's going on here. And if you understand what's going on, then you can do what you're doing better. Instead of just, a liquid metal touched things together, it holds it together, haha, conductive sparky spark. You know what you're doing. Give you $100 to throw the next HomePod on the ground and do a tap dance on it. Well, I would do that if the $100 could afford replacing that HomePod, because it's not mine. Otherwise, I'd love to do that. It sounds like real fun. Okay. I think we've given that board enough time to cool down. So we're going to put this together, see if it powers on and if it's got any other issues. Flux, man, I'm telling you, Fabi, when I had been soldering for years, ever since I was a kid, not really understanding what I was doing other than melting solder together and physically holding wires together kind of thing. Like, I didn't really understand what I was doing other than getting an iron hot and melting pieces of wire together. And honestly, a lot of the times whenever I would solder things together for projects, I found it to, more often than not, be a huge pain in the ass. Like, I'd often have cold joints, which at the time I didn't even understand or know what a cold joint was. Whatever. And I never used flux. And once I saw the flux being used in Louis Rossman's videos and watched that video that I linked on soldering and flux basics, it was like a massive eureka moment. The moment I grabbed I got myself some flux and started using it on my personal soldering projects, and it was just an absolute night and day difference. That stuff is magic. Not just magic, but science. But, you know, science is just what people used to call magic. We just understand things better now. Let's see if this works. Hell yeah. So if you want to know the flex that I'm using, this is Chipquik NC191. The 30cc is just the size of the tube that I got. I got the chunky tube because I was just blasting through the little tubes. If you've watched enough of my repairs, you would know why I blast through so much of it. But with this stuff, it's no clean, so you don't have to worry about getting it all cleaned off if you don't want to. It's not gonna corrode over time and wreck things. And it's just been my go-to general purpose flex. And I love this stuff. Good shit. So, our amp powered on without a problem. We heard the setup tone play, so it's got no sound issues, and we're looking at 0 millivolts of DC offset. So that is an excellent result, and that means we can put this HomePod back together. Let's go ahead and do that. I wonder, am I able to add like a buffer to OBS so that when my bitrate drops temporarily, it can like, no, see how, no, I'm being dumb. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. All right, let's put this back together. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a thing to the stream. Let's go window capture, OBS network. And we want to grab, oh, okay, I guess we don't want to do that. We want to add, I guess we'll do a display capture. There we go. And then I want to filters, add crop. And we're just gonna pop up the little network status up there so you guys can suffer with me. There we go. We will make that bigger. Bring that over. Where can we put this? We'll put it right here. And there you go. I'll pay you $0 if on Ben you pay. You slip a note in there that says Steven was here when you put it back together. Hold on, let me write that down so I don't forget. There you go. Steven was here when you put it back together. We'll go ahead and pop that on theirs now. Where is Ben's? Quinten, Kim, Evan, Ben. There you go. Say hello to Steven, Ben. All right, back to the job. Ben told me to tell you that he's concerned that you may break his HomePod because you're so worried about your precious streaming. Listen, the HomePod repair, that's just a plus. We're here for the live streaming. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you got nothing to lose right now. Okay, we got that all screwed in. We shall reward ourselves. Nice. Get that ribbon cable reattached. Drop in our power supply. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bit connect. There we go. Yeah, I'm all chappy and hippie right now. Wait until we're 6 or 7 HomePods into it. Oh, Ben, that's hilarious. Trust me, I've had worse in the form of my own friends in this stream chat. It's this is nothing. And they're not even the first people to offer money in exchange for smashing a friend's HomePod. But it is the highest offer I've gotten yet, so credit there. Excuse me, that was the cat. So I didn't mean excuse me, I meant excuse the cat. Cats make weird noises, man. 5 out of 10 would recommend a cat. Always something new to money. Always something new to me. Why could I forget you now? Oh, I'm glad I checked. This is why you see me. I'll wait till the bit rate comes back. Just waiting for the stream to come back. Waiting. Okay. Ben hates cats? Well, fortunately, I'm going to have to charge Ben double then. Anyways, you might be wondering why you see me poke the speaker after we put it back together, even though we know that the subwoofer is fine. And there goes the network again. I'll wait. I'll wait. Okay, we look all right now. So as I was saying, for the third time, the reason why you see me randomly stab the subwoofer when we're putting it back together, already knowing the subwoofer is good, is for this reason. You hear that? That is air escaping, which means something isn't sealed right. The subwoofer looks nice and straight all around. Is one of our screws not tightened up nice? No, it is leaking. Oh, there we go. So sometimes when you're fishing the ribbon cable back through the subwoofer basket here, you can tug on the cable enough to start to pull the gasket for the cable back out a little bit. So I just like to take my little plastic tool in here and just kind of push the gasket back down. Make sure it's got a nice uniform seal. And then we can double check. Silent. That's what we want. We want a nice seal. We don't want a mean seal. We don't want a grumpy seal. Seals can be mean. Oh, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes again. Oh, here it goes again. I should have known, should have known. Sounds like somebody wants a snack. Alright, 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 alright. Number 1. Did we fix? Smack it around a bit. Yes, we did. No.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Alright, so it powers on fine and produces sound.
I'm having...
Volume buttons line up nice and even. So this one's taken care of. We can go ahead and set Omar's HomePod to the side and go ahead and break out Ben's HomePod. Let's see here. Update the text on our screen. What was the small cord on top you were interlacing? No, it is not an antenna. The small cord on the top is actually the drawstring that tightens up the mesh over the top of the pod. Okay. Let's get this monstrosity opened up. Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did. Interesting. I was like, how does this box open? And then I was like, it's not a box. It's a fake box. You tricked me. Alright, there we go. Come on out. Come on out. Oh, jeez, Lord, jeez, Lord, jeez. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Nope, 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 nope. All right. That was something. Sounds like it survived Let's go ahead and check our symptoms. No signs of life, and 6 watts of power draw from the wall. So this is probably the same no power problem that we just fixed up on Omar's. Let's break this open and see what's going on. Oh no, the note's not going in the box. We're putting the note in the HomePod. No, I'm kidding. We can't do that. It'll rattle around and sound like shit. I did think about it. I was like, can I like tape it to the inside? All right, Ben. Ben. That couldn't have come off in a more annoying way. You are definitely getting charged to double for that. Oh, don't worry. There will be plenty of opportunity for me to be boring, and you will definitely catch it. But thank you very much. Okay. I see you, Comcast, doing your thing. You just keep doing your thing and we'll keep doing ours. Is there any part of taking them apart that still scares you? No, man. I could probably do it in my sleep with one eye open and both feet tied behind my butt. It's like when I took a week off of HomePod repairs a few weeks ago to stay in the hospital with the wife while she was giving birth to our first child. And I was kind of worried, like, I might kind of lose my touch a little bit when I get back and start doing the repairs again, but no. Came right back into it without a problem. It's like muscle memory at this point. Like the whole process of taking it apart and putting it together. I even noticed that I say the exact same things a lot of the times throughout the various steps. Unless I'm actually talking about something, then it's usually just the same boring little commentary there, just because I feel like talking. I just don't want to be alone. Oh, well, I have a kid now. I'll never be alone again. Jesus, Zach. Comcast has the muscle memory to shit on you with their network. Sorry, the poor network performance really boils my blood. Looks, feels, smells. Oh, ow, oh. Let's go. Alright. Fuck this. Come here. Is that bit even? Nope, that bit is destroyed. Nope, balls. Alright, look at that little stubby. Stubby spubby. Time to meet your maker, bitch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, fuck, I can't reach that one. Alright, well, I got another bit right here, so you can't stop me. Yeah. Hook 'em up. All right. Is it the diode? Dead diode. Yep. Yeah. Let's replace it. I'll show you how good is internet. Where's the, oh shit, never mind. I swear to God, Comcast, fix your shit. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh no, it's not fine, but we're gonna replace it with another broken one. Well, actually, not even a broken one. That's a little too much. Instead, what we'll do is we'll grab a used one that still works, but has a date code of 1748K on it. So it'll work when he gets it, but it'll literally be a ticking time bomb. Yeah. Don't feel ashamed by your diode. What? Yeah.
If not, it's okay. I can keep it in there.
No, it's fine.
And if I say that,
Wait, I'm just gonna put her on the floor.
okay.
You give her to me. Oh,
The new one?
yeah.
You know what that?
Yeah. Say hello. All right, child, onto the floor you go. All right. This looks like it's good to go.
I should throw up all over my arms and legs. It was Homer. Oh, little baby. Hi, baby. Thank you.
All right, come here, child.
She's out.
Yeah, she's passed out. There you go. Have a good rest, child. As I were. Let's put this together and see if it works. The baby has got some gnarly burps. Let me tell you. Her first words were that. Well, see, that's the thing. It doesn't work sometimes and then not work other times. It either works or it doesn't, folks. So, if it's not working all the time, you're going to want to get that checked. Because that is not good. Alright, so we've got power, unfortunately. Seems like it's working. And we've got, God, I cannot. Okay, we've got 1 millivolt of offset. Unfortunately, again, there doesn't seem to be anything else wrong with this, so I guess we'll go ahead and put this back together, working perfectly fine now, and send it back to Ben. What do you mean YouTube's not receiving enough data? Looks fine to me. Oh, never mind. Goodbye. I do not get 5 seconds of good internet, do I? Damn it. If you're just now... Oh, fuck. There it goes again. There. That's what we're dealing with right now. Actually, better yet, what if we... Boo-doo-ba, boo-doo-ba-ba, doo-be-doo-ba, doo-be-doo-ba-ba. There you go. Now you guys can see the dropped frames as they happen in real time. Well, as fast as the frames get there, I guess. I dropped one of the screws, so I guess we'll just go ahead and forget about that one and put this back together the rest of the way. What's a missing screw or two gonna do? No harm. It's not like the screw posts here are what actually passes the electrical signal from the amp to the tweeter, right? No harm. Are you the Ben Whisperer? Nice. Holy shit. Okay, well, Ben in third person, just go ahead and shoot me your shipping address and we'll send this back to you. Never mind that other Ben's email address. Oh, what's that? Ben wants the logic board that works just fine replaced with one that's got the blinking volume buttons. That's very generous of him. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got one right here if he's sure about it. What's up, Jeff? She is alive and well. She is sleeping right next to me right this very moment, actually. Being very well behaved. Alright, you gotta tell Ben when he gets this back, he's gotta stop getting all messy with his raspberry jelly filled donuts and then immediately picking up and manhandling his HomePod. Because look at this. Dirty, 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 Ben. Tisk, tisk. Don't look at my kitchen HomePod, though. My daughter is currently screaming while I frantically rock her. Why was that message auto-modded? What the fuck? This baby is rather easy to pacify. All she ever wants is to be held, her pacifier, or some food. She never really, cries. Unless she goes too long without food. And then she actually starts to cry a little bit. But surprisingly well behaved for what everybody told me to prepare myself for. Maybe we got lucky. Maybe it's just a temporary phase. But even then, if she does become a little crank monster, that's also temporary. I mean, after talking to a lot of people that had their own kids and then starting to go through it myself, it just kind of sounds like half these people didn't want their kids in the first place, and they're kind of just projecting a lot of their problems onto me as they explain to me how to be a parent. Unsolicited opinions. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. It's just a medium or small deal. You can most definitely touch and caress your HomePod as much as you like. Just do it with clean hands, yeah? Uh-oh. She's starting to go. If Ben wants, I will ship his old diode with his repaired HomePod back to him so that he can always, if his HomePod ever feels like it's starting to, if he ever notices his HomePod starts to misbehave, he can show the HomePod the old diode and remind it, give it a nice little reminder of what it used to be and what it could be again if it keeps it up. Let's go ahead and reset that dropped frames counter again. It looks like we may have made it past the majority of the crap. Let's go ahead and see how bad we screwed this pod up. Oh, dang it. It's turning on. Amazon package. Who's it for? It's for the child.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Aren't we all? Volume buttons light up nice and even. So this pod is looking alright, I guess. So we'll go ahead and put that back. And what do we got here? Number 3. Number 3. Here we go. From Evan with no power. Give him a month. You guys are brutal. Evan with no power. Here we go, Evan. I hope you like working HomePods, because that's what you're going to get. Ooh, return shipping label included. That makes it nice and easy for me. Thank you. I know, I'm sorry I'm being noisy. Oh, interesting. That's kind of smart. Assuming it doesn't leave any adhesive on the pod itself, that's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, that's clean. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your repairs. Thank you for inviting your friends. Having a good time. Here we go. Number 3. Evans with no power. We'll go ahead and double check our symptoms with a known good power cable. Yes, indeed. Nothing there. We've got about 7 watts of power draw from the wall. So, oh, nope, it fell down to 6 and back up to 7. So my first guess is probably the same diode. But if it's not that, it's a little higher than I usually see for the diodes, so it might be a faulty component on the power supply. But let's go ahead and crack it open and find out for sure. Nick, does the power plug supposed to be removed? Yes, you can remove and reinsert that power cable many times before you wear and tear any of the components. We've been using the same power cable for all of our repairs and testing here on the channel, so it's held up just fine through all of our abuse. Does it matter if my HomePod plugs got damaged? Can I exchange it without buying an expensive one on Apple's? You can't buy power cables for the HomePod from Apple's website. You will need to hop on eBay and find one there. But I've bought a few of the eBay ones in the past, and they are just fine. They look as good as original if they aren't original. Really? Really? That was a toot. That was a fart. You got gas, baby? Yeah. Let him know. Let him know. Amazing. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but everything this kid does is just hilarious. I guess because it's just things that people do normally, but small. Small. Very small. This one has a smell coming from it. It's not disgusting, but it doesn't smell good. It smells like warm electronics. Not quite burnt, but like they did get very warm. Oof. You gonna let another one out? My efficiency, my time. Crunchy, so crunchy. Can resetting the HomePod minis... honestly, I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't know if I can fully piece together your question. Can I resetting my HomePod minis on my MacBook? Are you asking if you can use your MacBook to reset your HomePod mini? If they're acting weird, I'm curious more on what weird means. But generally, the hold the top down until it turns red and beeps 3 times to factory reset is usually sufficient for a factory reset. But you can plug it into your MacBook and restore the software on it if you want. I don't think it'll let you do it if it's working just fine. It only does it if it's like corrupted itself. It'll give you the option to restore it. I have not worked on the minis much though, so don't quote me on that. The kid's awake. What are you doing? You're unbuttoned. Yeah. You little gremlin. Oh, that was a toot. You rootin' and tootin'? Yeah. Don't spit that out. Come on, you little gremlin. There you go. Okay. Woofer is out. Looks good, feels good, smells good. Oh, you almost lost it. Nah, you keep spitting it out, that's okay. Okay, we have made it to the amp. Let's confirm our diode is dead. Yep, that diode is done. So let's get it replaced. That is a gas monster down there. Yeah, you're gassy. Yeah, I'm talking shit. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here, take this. It's the latest gear. You little gremlin. Very nice. Alright, let's see if it works. Uh-oh, she dropped it. Here, take this back. Yeah, I know it's not a real thing, but it ain't called a pacifier for no reason. Oh, that's some gas. What's it got? It's got power. 2 to 3 millivolts of offset. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's put this back together. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? I'm gonna get you. Keep it up, see what happens. Keep it up. That's what I thought. Nuh-uh. There you go, child. Yeah, it's okay. Don't spit your pacifier out and then cry about it, you goofball. Listen, it's okay. Yeah. See? Ooh, $34. That's a hell of a deal. Broken, working, or otherwise. I actually just won a broken one off of Goodwill's auction website for $70. Did you know that at first newborns aren't aware of their self? They still think that they're like part like an extension of you. I didn't know that. I wonder how they figure stuff like that out. Like, how do they know that that's what babies think? There we go. All right, number 4. Did we fix? Yes, we did. Do we got sound?
I'm having trouble.
Do we got
I'm
volume
having
buttons?
trouble connect-
Everything checks out. So let's put Evans away. And grab number 5. Wait, that was 3? Is that really number 3? Oh my goodness. We're only on number 4 now. This one's from Erin with no power. Here we go. Let's check our symptoms. Known good power cable. No signs of life. 5 to 6 watts from the wall. So probably the same diode on the amp as all the previous repairs from today. Let's crack it open and find out. What we doing? You farting? Goodness, child. Here we go. Man, the leg wiggle gets her every time. Dead diode. Time to replace. lit. Ooh, I just came up with a good poll. Let me add it to the chat. All right, child, listen. Here, it's right here. Yeah, take it. It's all yours. Babies, man. Oof.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. I'm having trouble.
Number 5 from Charlie with no power. Let's get it on.
Give me 1 second, I'll take it.
Save me!
Alright, bottle's ready. That means I'm ready. She's not ready. Have you been good?
She's been pretty good until an
Last
hour
week.
ago.
Hunger.
Yeah, hungry.
Come here, hungry baby. Say goodbye.
She burped and she farted and she probably shitted too, so you might need to take care of that.
No, it's okay. As long as she's not throwing up anymore.
Yeah. No throwing up.
Okay, that's all I'm worried about. I'm glad that you guys are taking you guys are taking done. Yeah.
Hey, Derek, welcome to the chat, and that is good to hear. I always worry about them getting back to people safe and sound. I insure all of them on return for $300 worth of value, just in case they goof it up on the way back. But luckily we haven't had to actually tap into that yet. Wow! Alright, this is starting to annoy me. There we go. has a grumpy baby. She's getting changed. Gotta change her before you feed her. Because if we feed her and then change her, she'll throw. Classic kids. Do we got good bass?
I'm having trouble.
Do we got good buttons?
I'm having trouble.
Yep, everything checks out. So Charles's pod. Add him to the list of fix. Which brings us to Quinten's. With no power. Okay, symptoms check. We will plug it in with a known good power cable. Got no response, no signs of life. About 5 to 6 watts from the wall. So this looks to be yet another standard no power repair caused by that diode shorting out on the amp. But let's go ahead and crack it open and see if our guess is yet again correct. She is upsetty spaghetti. Damn, she's going. She's letting us know. She's like, where's my food? I was promised food. Oh, almost forgot to update the text on our screen here. Goodness. This one is not Charles. We have moved on to Quinten. We are nearing the home stretch. Oh, well, thank you for trusting me with the repairs, Quinten. Sorry if I don't sound too enthused. I am exhausted. I am ready for bed. But we've probably got another hour-ish of work left here.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. I'm having trouble.
Very nice. Everything checks out on Quinten's pod. Which brings us to our last two repairs for the day, which are not no power. So, things might get a little interesting here. We've got Kim's with death farts, so we'll go ahead and knock that out real fast. Get our text on the screen updated. Open this up. Ooh, return label included. Thank you, Kim. Makes it easy. So with death farts, the reason why death farts occur is too much DC offset being produced by the amp. The amp detects that, and it'll force that death fart sound and restart behavior. That is the result of the filtering capacitors on the amp going bad over time. And one of the side effects of this is a rather loud popping sound as it goes in and out of standby mode. Just as a side note, popping by itself isn't necessarily an indicator that this is your problem or that you're about to have problems. A quieter popping as it goes in and out of standby, that's totally normal and fine and not a sign of anything going wrong. But it's when you've got death farts and other things going on with your sound that popping is a indicator of how severe the DC offset is. So let's go ahead and power this up and listen for how loud of a pop there is. It should be pretty loud if it's gotten to the point where it's death farting. Oh boy. Yeah. Not the worst I've heard, and I've heard others pop louder than that are totally fine, but we've probably got the same problem nonetheless. So let's crack this open, do a little diagnostics, and see if we're right. Okay, so we're just double checking to see exactly how much offset this thing has so we can make sure that we fix the problem after the repairs. We want to see a high number here and now, and then we want to see that below 50 millivolts after repairs. And Oh yeah, 500 millivolts and climbing. That is disgusting. So we need to get that fixed. We're going to replace those filtering caps. And then for preventative maintenance, we're going to replace that same Schottky barrier diode that we've been doing on all of those no power repairs, because we don't want that no power issue happening to Kim's HomePod anytime soon. Why is this camera making my stream shit? Let me try to fix this fucking piece of shit camera really quick. Come on. Default. 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 Alright, I think that's better. It's not dropping so many frames now, so... Mr. Chicken here was curious how much solder we use on these pads. I just put as much on there as it'll take. What we do use is some low melt solder. This is Chipquik NC191LT15. And what this does is we're going to retin the pads on the board with our low melt solder here. It doesn't actually melt until like 250 degrees. So it isn't like super low melt, and it's not going to melt during operating temperatures, but it will make installing those new caps much easier. We won't have to subject them to as much heat as we would with the normal solder. And this stuff isn't too brittle either, so I'm not worried about it cracking or breaking over time. But let's go ahead and redo those pads. Like I said, I don't put in any exact amount on there. I just slather it in flux, and then we go over those pads just a time or two until we see they've got a healthy looking blob on there. And maybe we can see at a side angle exactly how much I mean. See, there's really not a whole lot on there. You don't want the pad to look completely flat, but you do want you want a little bit of a bulge on there. You want enough just for the solder to creep up the side of the capacitor, enough to give you a solid connection to the board. But you don't want too much solder on here either, because you can easily create bridges and give yourself a harder time. Also, I wouldn't recommend doing this your first time until you get more comfortable with it. Put them on one at a time. We put all four on at once because, you know, we ball like that. We ball hard. And there you go. Now we'll know we have enough solder. Like I said, if the solder starts to creep up the sides of our caps without causing a bunch of shorts in between, you know? And another good little tip if you're having problems getting these to go where they belong without touching what they shouldn't, make sure you're using enough flux. So that looks fantastic. And with the actual problem solved or repaired, we're going to move over to that diode for a little bit of preventative maintenance. It's got a date code of 1752K on it, so why the fuck is my stream dropping so many frames? This is annoying as hell. Fuck this camera, fuck this computer, fuck everything. Why is it trash? Come on. Why does the same exact setup literally work just fine one day and then take a shit in the bed the next day? Someone help me understand. That's it. I'm gonna throw this camera against the wall. This is abysmal. We're just gonna use the top camera. Sorry for the focus hunting. You can't manually focus when you're zoomed in this far on this camera, so it's just... Do you want your shit in the form of cereal or toast? Pick your poison. That should do this board some good. Alright, how are we looking? Well, it still powers on, so that's a good sign. And 8 millivolts. Excellent result. We've got the death farts, or the source of the death farts fixed. New filters. New power diodes, so they shouldn't worry about any power issues anytime soon. This is looking good. What do we got? Okay, so let's go ahead and trigger the factory reset on this just so we can make sure the sound is working. They may just have the Siri voice turned off here. All right. Yeah, they just had the Siri voice turned off. So we'll leave that set to the side while it resets. We're going to want to test that overnight, given the repairs that we've done to it. That brings us to number 8. Joseph with no bass. Our final repair for tonight. Here we have it. We'll give that a sec to finish resetting, and then we'll steal that power cable and give this a quick test. Let's update the text on our screen while we're waiting here. Sounds perfect. All right. So we can put that away for now. Go ahead and test Joseph's here. So they say it's got no bass. Let's go ahead and take a listen for ourselves. I don't smell a roasted subwoofer, so my hopes are high that we don't need to replace that. And we've probably got like a short on the amp, more likely.
Trouble connecting to the internet.
Oh yeah, that's a tin can. So let's go ahead and crack this open, see what we can find. The first and usually the most common cause for no bass is the subwoofer toasting itself, actually as a result of those filtering capacitors going bad, allowing too much DC voltage through the amp and into the subwoofer, which over time kills it. So hopefully that's not the case. I'm hoping for the less common scenario, which the subwoofer is totally fine, but there's just a shorted capacitor on the amp that's causing no bass. That makes repairs a little cheaper since we don't have to replace the bass speaker, and it's a little more interesting to fix than just swapping a sub and some caps. So let's see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so before we go any further, we can go ahead and just do a quick test on the subwoofer to see if that's the cause here. And how we do that is we just gently push down on it and feel if that's nice and smooth or if it's got a gritty texture to it and crunchiness. Yep, that's a roasted subwoofer. Well, let's go ahead and get this torn down a little bit and confirm that. And then if the subwoofer speaker is in fact dead, then we're probably going to go ahead and end the stream there, because I'll need to pull apart a couple of HomePods for parts and harvest another subwoofer, because I currently don't have any on my shelf at the moment. And it is getting quite late. So I at least want to confirm the cause of the lack of bass here. And then we'll call it a night. And then we will beg and plead with Joseph to give us one more day to get theirs fixed. And the grand reveal. Ooh. Oh boy. Is that a roasted coil or what? Look in there, that is disgusting. This copper color is what the coil should look like, and that burned color is what a roasted voice coil looks like. And unfortunately, that is the case for this poor little subwoofer here. And you should not hear me doing that. But yet you do. So that, like I said earlier, that's going to call our stream here for today, because I'm going to need some time tonight or tomorrow to pull apart some broken pods that I've got on the shelf for parts and get another subwoofer for them here. If you guys have any questions about any of the repairs that we've done here today, or HomePod repairs in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. I always suggest folks check out the website, nixfix.com. I've got a plethora of information on the repairs that we do here on the channel, including steps to diagnose, repair, and parts you need to do those repairs. I've also got my contact info up on my website. If you get stuck along the way and you want to send just a certain part in, or you want to send the whole HomePod in to be repaired here on the channel, I've got my info up on there. In any case, I hope all you nerds and turds enjoyed this live stream repair. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like. Do it while it's free. Subscribe if you aren't already. If you've been watching for 4 hours now and you aren't subscribed, then I don't know what you're doing. But I'll catch you guys in the next one, yeah?